unstoppable. In a world where society often shields us from the brutal realities of life, especially when it comes to women's experiences, it's time to shatter the rose-tinted glasses and confront the harsh truths head-on. This discussion delves into the profound lessons that too many women learn only when the wounds of ignorance have already scarred deeply. These lessons are not gentle nudges or soft whispers of advice. They are unapologetically raw, exposing the painful truths that society often glosses over. Throughout life's journey, many women find themselves navigating a landscape littered with misconceptions, unrealistic expectations, and societal pressures. From an early age, they're taught to prioritize others above themselves, to suppress their own needs and desires in favor of fulfilling societal roles and expectations. They're conditioned to seek external validation, to measure their worth by arbitrary standards set by others, and to silence their own voices to avoid rocking the boat. But as time marches on and life's inevitable trials unfold, these women come face to face with the bitter reality that self-sacrifice does not lead to fulfillment, that seeking validation from others is a bottomless pit of emptiness, and that silence in the face of injustice only perpetuates the cycle of oppression. So, let's strip away the facade of politeness and dive deep into the uncomfortable truths that too often remain unspoken. This is not a discussion for the faint of heart, nor is it intended to coddle fragile egos. Instead, it's a call to arms, a rallying cry for women everywhere to embrace the discomfort of truth and emerge stronger, wiser, and more empowered on the other side. So buckle up, because what follows is a no-holds-barred examination of the lessons women learn too late in life, and the painful journey to reclaiming their power and autonomy. At number 1, relying on external validation. Ladies, too many of you spend way too much time seeking validation from others. Whether it's constantly fishing for compliments on your looks, obsessing over how many likes your Instagram posts get, or bending over backward to please everyone around you, it's like you're living for the applause of others. But here's the deal, that validation, it's like a drug. You get a hit, you feel great for a moment, then it wears off, and you need another hit to feel good again. So what happens? You end up living your life on this endless loop, constantly chasing after other people's approval like it's the Holy Grail. And guess what? You'll never be truly happy that way. Because no matter how many likes you get or how many compliments you receive, it'll never be enough. You'll always be left wanting more. And here's the real gut punch. When you finally wake up and realize that all that validation you've been chasing after doesn't mean squat, it hurts like hell. Because you've wasted so much time and energy on something that was never going to fill the void inside you. You could have been spending that time working on yourself, building real relationships based on mutual respect, and chasing after your own dreams. But instead, you were too busy seeking validation from people who don't even matter. So, here's the truth. Stop living for other people's approval. Stop basing your worth on the number of likes you get or the compliments you receive. Start living your life for you. Because until you do, you'll never be truly happy. And trust me, that's a bitter pill to swallow. But it's the only way to break free from the endless cycle of seeking validation and start living life on your own terms. Number 2, settling for less in relationship. So, trailblazers, here's the deal. Too many women end up settling for relationships that are about as fulfilling as a stale piece of bread. They stick around because they're scared of being alone or because they think they can't do any better. But let me tell you something straight up. Staying in a crappy relationship just because you're afraid of being single is like holding on to a sinking ship because you're scared of swimming. Here's the harsh truth. Settling for less than you deserve in a relationship is a surefire way to suck the joy out of life. You're stuck with someone who doesn't respect you, who doesn't make you happy, and who definitely doesn't deserve you. And guess what? The longer you stay, the harder it is to leave. You start convincing yourself that maybe it's not so bad after all, or that things will magically get better. But spoiler alert, they won't. And here's the real kicker. While you're busy settling for crumbs, you're missing out on the chance to find someone who treats you like the freaking queen you are. Someone who respects you, who supports you, and who genuinely cares about your happiness. But you'll never find that person as long as you're stuck in a dead-end relationship that's going absolutely nowhere. So here's the bottom line. Don't settle. Don't waste your time on someone who doesn't deserve you. Hold out for someone who makes you feel like the luckiest person alive because, trust me, they're out there. And when you finally find them, you'll look back at all those wasted years and wonder why the hell you didn't leave sooner. So do yourself a favor and cut ties with anyone who's not worthy of your awesomeness. You'll thank yourself later, I promise. If the harsh truths discussed resonate with you and you're ready to confront them head-on, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. By joining our community, you'll be part of a movement dedicated to empowering women to embrace authenticity, reclaim their voices, and live life on their own terms. Don't miss out on the opportunity to be part of this transformative journey. Hit that subscribe button and let's embark on this empowering path together. At number 3, prioritizing others over themselves. Listen up, ladies. Too many of you are running around like chickens with your heads cut off, putting everyone else's needs before your own. You're bending over backward to make sure everyone else is happy, while you're left feeling drained and empty inside. Newsflash. Self-care isn't selfish, it's freaking necessary. Here's the cold, hard truth. If you don't start putting yourself first once in a while, you're going to burn out faster than a candle in a hurricane. You can't pour from an empty cup, so why are you constantly trying to do just that? It's like trying to drive a car with no gas. You're not going to get very far. And here's the kicker. All that self-sacrifice, it's not doing anyone any favors. Sure, you might think you're being noble by putting everyone else's needs ahead of your own, but guess what? You're not a martyr. You're a human being with needs of your own. And until you start taking care of yourself, you're never going to be able to show up fully for the people who need you. So here's the bottom line. Stop putting yourself last on the priority list. Start carving out time for yourself, doing things that bring you joy and replenish your spirit. Whether it's taking a bubble bath, going for a walk in nature, or just curling up with a good book, make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. Because until you start taking care of yourself, you're always going to feel like you're running on empty. And trust me, that's no way to live. Number 4, underestimating financial independence. Listen up, ladies. Too many of you are putting off taking control of your finances until it's practically too late. You're coasting along, relying on someone else to handle the money stuff, whether it's your partner, your parents, or some financial advisor you barely know. But here's the truth. Relying on others to handle your finances is like playing Russian roulette with your future. Here's the harsh reality. Financial independence isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a freaking necessity. You need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, financially speaking, because let's face it, life is unpredictable. Whether it's a breakup, a job loss, or some other curveball life throws your way, you need to be prepared to handle it without relying on someone else to bail you out. And here's the kicker. The longer you put off taking control of your finances, the harder it's going to be to catch up later on. You'll be kicking yourself when you're older, wishing you'd started saving and investing sooner, instead of blowing all your money on things that don't really matter. So here's the bottom line. Stop burying your head in the sand when it comes to your finances. Educate yourself, take control, and start planning for your future like your life depends on it. Because it does. And trust me, when you finally start seeing your bank account grow and your financial worries melt away, you'll thank yourself for taking charge. So do yourself a favor and start getting your financial house in order today. Your future self will thank you for it. Number 5, neglecting career ambitions for family. All right, ladies, let's dive into number 5 with some real talk. Too many women put their careers on the back burner for the sake of family. They think they have to choose between climbing the career ladder or being a devoted wife and mother. But here's the truth. You can have both. But it's going to take some serious hustle and sacrifices. Here's the harsh reality. When you put your career on hold, it's like hitting the pause button on your ambitions and dreams. You might think you'll pick up where you left off once the kids are grown or once things settle down, but let me tell you something. It's a hell of a lot harder to jump back into the workforce than you think. You'll be competing with younger, hungrier candidates who never took their foot off the gas pedal. And trust me, they're gonna leave you in the dust. And here's the kicker. When you sacrifice your career for the sake of family, you're not just shortchanging yourself, you're setting a crappy example for your kids. You're teaching them that it's okay to put their own dreams on hold for the sake of someone else's. Is that really the message you want to send? So here's the bottom line. Stop selling yourself short. Stop buying into the lie that you have to choose between career success and family. You can have both, but it's going to take some serious hustle and grit. So roll up your sleeves, get back in the game, and show the world what you're made of. Because trust me, when you finally start chasing after your own dreams again, you'll wonder why the hell you ever stopped in the first place. Number 6. Ignoring their health. Let's get real about number 6. Here's the cold, hard truth. Unstoppable. Too many women neglect their health until it's practically screaming for attention. You're so busy taking care of everyone else, your kids, your partner, your boss, that you forget to take care of the most important person in your life, you. Here's the kicker. Your health isn't something you can put on the back burner and expect it to be there waiting for you when you're ready to deal with it. It's like ignoring that weird noise your car has been making for months and hoping it'll just go away on its own. Spoiler alert, it won't. And here's the harsh reality. When you neglect your health, you're not just hurting yourself. You're hurting everyone around you. You're robbing your kids of a mom who can keep up with them. You're robbing your partner of a partner who can grow old with them. And you're robbing yourself of the chance to live a long, happy, healthy life. So, here's the bottom line. Stop making excuses and start taking care of yourself. Schedule those doctor's appointments you've been putting off. Start exercising regularly, eat healthier, get more sleep. Whatever it takes to prioritize your health. Because trust me, when you finally start feeling better, you'll wonder why the hell you waited so long to take action. Your health is the most valuable asset you have, so start treating it like it matters. Period. Number 7, people-pleasing. Let's dive into number 7 with some blunt honesty. All right, here's the straight-up truth. Too many women spend way too much time trying to please everyone else, and it's killing their own dreams in the process. You're bending over backward to make sure everyone else is happy, but guess what? You're the one who's left feeling empty and unfulfilled. Here's the reality check. Constantly trying to please others is like chasing after a moving target. No matter how hard you try, you're never going to make everyone happy. So why are you wasting your time and energy trying? And here's the kicker. When you're so busy trying to please everyone else, you end up losing sight of what you really want. You put your own goals and ambitions on the back burner, convincing yourself that they're not as important as making sure everyone else is taken care of. But guess what? Your dreams matter too, and it's about time you started prioritizing them. So here's the bottom line. Stop trying to be a people pleaser and start focusing on yourself for a change. It's not selfish, it's necessary. Take some time to figure out what you really want out of life and start going after it with everything you've got. Because at the end of the day, the only person you need to please is yourself. And trust me, when you finally start living life on your own terms, you'll wonder why the hell you ever wasted so much time trying to please everyone else. Number 8, misjudging the importance of networking. Let's dig into number 8 with some tough love. All right, here's the real deal. Too many women underestimate the power of networking, and it's holding them back big time. You're sitting on the sidelines while other people are out there building connections and opening doors left and right. Here's the reality check. Networking isn't just about schmoozing at fancy events or collecting business cards. It's about building genuine relationships with people who can help you get where you want to go. And guess what? You're missing out big time by not putting yourself out there. And here's the hard pill to swallow. When you finally realize the importance of networking, it might be too late. You'll be kicking yourself for not taking advantage of opportunities when they were right in front of you. You'll be scrambling to play catch-up while other people are already miles ahead. So here's the bottom line. Stop making excuses and start networking like your future depends on it. Because it does. Get out there, meet new people, and start building relationships that could change your life. And trust me, when you finally start seeing the doors swing open and the opportunities come flooding in, you'll wonder why the hell you didn't start sooner. So get out there and make it happen. Number 9. Sacrificing personal growth. Let's tackle number 9 with some straight talk. All right, here's the cold hard truth. Too many women put their own personal growth on the back burner, and it's holding them back from reaching their full potential. You're so focused on taking care of everyone else and keeping the peace that you forget to invest in yourself. Here's the reality check. Personal growth isn't just a luxury, it's a freaking necessity. You need to constantly be learning, evolving, and pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone if you want to become the best version of yourself. And guess what? You're the only one who can make that happen. And here's the tough part. When you finally realize that you've been neglecting your own personal growth, it's gonna sting. You'll look back and wonder where all the time went, and why you didn't do more to invest in yourself when you had the chance. But here's the thing. It's never too late to start. So here's the bottom line. Stop making excuses and start prioritizing your own personal growth. Whether it's taking a class, reading books, attending seminars, or seeking out mentors, do whatever it takes to invest in yourself and become the best possible version of you. Because at the end of the day, the only person you can count on is yourself. And trust me, when you finally start seeing the results of all your hard work and dedication, you'll thank yourself for making personal growth a priority. So don't wait another minute. Get out there and start growing. Number 10. Not speaking up. All right, here's the raw truth. Too many women stay silent when they should be speaking up, and it's costing them big time. You're biting your tongue, swallowing your feelings, and letting people walk all over you, all because you're scared of rocking the boat. Here's the reality check. Staying quiet might seem like the easy way out, but it's actually doing you a disservice. By keeping your mouth shut, you're letting other people dictate your life, your choices, and your happiness. And guess what? That's no way to live. And here's the brutal part. When you finally muster up the courage to speak your truth, it might be too late. You'll look back and regret all the times you stayed silent when you should have spoken up. You'll wish you had stood up for yourself, advocated for your needs, and asserted your boundaries when you had the chance. So here's the bottom line. Stop being a doormat and start speaking up for yourself. It's not easy, and it might not always be comfortable, but it's necessary if you want to live a life that's true to you. Don't let fear hold you back from standing up for what you believe in and asserting your worth. Because at the end of the day, the only person who's going to fight for you is you. And trust me, when you finally find your voice and start speaking your truth, you'll wonder why the hell you ever stayed silent for so long. So don't wait another minute. Speak up and reclaim your power. In wrapping up, let's acknowledge that the journey of womanhood is fraught with complexities and challenges that often go unspoken. The lessons learned too late in life, though they may bruise egos and ruffle feathers, are the very ones that propel women toward self-discovery, resilience, and empowerment. As we reflect on the stark realities discussed, it becomes evident that societal norms and expectations have created a landscape where women are constantly navigating treacherous terrain, oftentimes at the expense of their own well-being and fulfillment. But in facing these uncomfortable truths head-on, women have the opportunity to break free from the chains of societal conditioning and rewrite their narratives. From the realization that self-care isn't selfish, but a necessity for survival, to the awakening that seeking validation from external sources will never fulfill the soul. These lessons serve as wake-up calls to reclaim autonomy and authenticity. They compel women to shed the layers of societal expectations and embrace their worthiness without seeking external approval. In essence, confronting these brutal truths is not merely about acknowledging past mistakes or missed opportunities. It's about forging a path forward with newfound clarity and purpose. It's about empowering women to silence the inner critic, stand tall in their convictions, and redefine success on their own terms. So let's embrace the discomfort, let's challenge the status quo, and let's empower women everywhere to confront these truths head-on. For only by facing the raw realities of womanhood can we break free from the shackles of conformity and pave the way for a future where every woman is unapologetically herself, living life on her own terms. See you in our next video, lovelies. Bye for now, and stay blessed.